All right, team. So we're coming off of Summit Week, and it was my first time ever going. I can't tell you how much of a life changing experience that this has been and what it's going to do for my business. Um, I started coaching at the end of June last year, so I started right around the same time that you all started this year. Everyone was so much in the hype of Summit. They were just exactly what you're experiencing. Seeing it from the outside is exactly what I experienced last year. I saw so much success from the people that went that I was like, I have to do this. So I immediately bought my I didn't buy my Summit ticket because I didn't have the money. So I got on the waiting list ASAP. Because you'll get off the waiting list. They always open it up a couple months before Summit next year, so that everybody has the opportunity to go. They keep moving where they're having Summit around because of how large it's gotten. Before it was in Nashville, it was in Las Vegas, and we got to a point where we couldn't find a venue that was big enough to hold all of our coaches. So they moved it to Nashville for the last 2 years, and this year there were about 25,000 coaches, between 25 and 30,000 coaches, just in the city of Nashville alone. So it is a huge, huge, huge event. Next year is in New Orleans, so we're going to be filling up the Superdome. They haven't announced that yet. Well, they've announced that they're doing it in New Orleans. They haven't announced where, but if Nashville is too small, the Superdome is going to be a lot bigger. So that's going to be exciting, and I expect to be walking on the stage next year as an elite coach. So for those of you who are wanting to work this business, I can't do that alone. Being an elite team, and if I'm an elite coach, that means our team Our Life in the Raw, not Team Nourish, Team Our Life in the Raw. We are an elite team. We would be the top 1% of the entire company. And that's where Team Nourish is now. Christy built that the year after she went to her first summit. So it's totally doable. It's going to be doable for you all next year. It's doable for you all to do that now. Get your teams going now so that you can walk across that stage with me next year. So how exciting would that be? So anyways, I just wanted to share a few things that I learned while I was down there, because it would not be fair for me to go down there and experience all of these different things, go through and listen to these people speak, and then not share it with you all, because ultimately I have to help you all grow. It's my job to mentor you, to be a good coach, and to ultimately reach your goals personally or through your business. So I'm just going to read my notes here. The first thing is certifications. I am now a certified size live instructor, and that feels really amazing, but also I'm super scared at the same time, because that means now I have to go out and prospect gyms. I have to go out and say, hey, this is me, this is what I want to teach, but then I have to audition, and I don't know if they're going to be doing the dance with me, or if I'm just going to be looking like a fool doing it myself. So to practice, and you all are certainly invited to participate in this, to practice me teaching and auditioning for jobs, I'm holding it's an 8-day free size live challenge, and I'm going to be posting a video later today, that's going to be the routine that you're going to learn throughout the 8-day challenge. I'm going to teach 1 8 count each day. At the end of the 8 days, we're going to put it all together, and you're going to have your own choreographed routine that came from Shanti, and I'm going to make it a dance off. So you're going to record your own video, and we're going to have a dance off. It's going to be so much fun. It's okay to mess up, and that's what we're going to tell people. Please mess up, freestyle, make it your own. If you forget, no big deal. It's all in what you make it. So that's going to be going on. I know Morgan had asked about doing her own challenge, so I believe we're doing a hydration challenge. So you all are more than welcome to join in on that and put your customers in there. Morgan, I may be letting you take the lead on that just so that you can get the experience of running your own group so that we can move on to fitness groups and Shakeology groups and paid challenge groups and that sort of thing. Tessa, I know you're my other working coach at the moment. Feel free, any ideas you have, I'll work with you on doing that as well. So back to the live certificate, the instructor certification. So with Size Live or any of the programs that you can be certified in, there's PIO, Turbo Kick, P90X, Country Heat, Insanity, I think, I'm sure maybe T25, I don't know, there's a few others. So when you become a certified instructor, and if that's where you want to go with your business, I highly suggest you doing that as soon as possible, and you don't have to wait until Summit to do that. There's places all around you. There were some in the town I grew up in, so you can find that at any point before Summit. So there's something called Pro Team that when you become a certified instructor, you need to join. It's not required, but it's going to help your business grow. It's $25 a month, and this is what it gives you. It gives you flyers that are like legit flyers for your business so that when you're going out and prospecting, you can give this to the gym owner and say, hey, look, I'm already prepared. Let's get these classes going. You get business cards with all your contact info on it, Snapchat link, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. You get videos to help plan your class. So they release a brand new workout every other month, like a brand new routine every other month for Size. I'm sure they do that with all the other programs. And then this is the routine that you teach for 8 weeks. So you can set up the classes however you want. So that's included. You get music for your classes. You get choreographic notes for your classes. If you're part of Pro Team, you don't have to go get your certification every year. So if you're not part of Pro Team, you are required to go get certified every single year. That 8-hour class, it's fun, it's long, but it's exhausting. And then you get bonus boxes. So the months that you don't receive a new workout in your inbox, you're going to get a bonus box that has things for you to do with your classes and stuff before you change your routines. So it'll be like maybe a different warm-up or whatever. So that's the stuff regarding the certifications. I don't know how long my camera is going to go, so if this cuts off, I'm just going to record another video. So the next session that I sat in on where I actually took notes was to see Gary Vaynerchuk. And if you've never heard of him, he's the author of Jab, 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 Right Hook. You need to read this book. It's about social media marketing, and this is how we run our businesses. Regardless if you are going to do a live instructor course, anything like that, you need to know how to promote your business on social media. So he has built a few multi-million-dollar businesses from the ground up. He is still very young. He started doing this in his 20s. At my age now, I'm 27, he already had like $10 million. So he knows what he's talking about. So when we went to Nissan Stadium, no, we were in Bridgestone Arena. When we went to Bridgestone Arena to listen to him talk, Chalene Johnson came out first. If you don't know who Chalene Johnson is, she is the trainer and the creator of PIO. So Morgan, you're doing PIO right now. Yep, I got to do PIO with Chalene live at Summit, and I got to listen to her speak. You'll be able to do that next year, so be prepared. It's so cool. Anyway, so just the notes that I took based on what she talked about. She was very big on sharing your story. Share your personal story. Don't be a copy of someone else. And I'll go into that when I talk about Bonnie Engel and Amy Silverman. Don't copy what other people are doing. Share your own story and how this business has helped you, because that shows that you're authentic. That shows that this business is real, that it's not a pyramid scheme, and that we're out to help people live healthy and fulfilling lives. It's not just a get rich quick scheme. It's not a get skinny quick scheme. We're out to help people get healthy. So share your story. Share your challenger stories if you don't have a success story of your own yet. Share coaches' stories. So share my story. Share Christy's story. Christy has an amazing story, and if you don't know her story yet, you need to be watching some of her videos, because this business has helped her fight her cancer, and she's been cancer-free with no radiation, no chemo. She has had surgery, but this lifestyle that we teach and that we live ourselves is what has kept her cancer away. And that's what did it for me, of finally making the step to go full into this business. So aside from that, you need to get people to need to know you. You need to make yourself interesting enough but real enough that that people want to know who you are, what you're doing. You need to make people love you. You need to make people trust you. So I don't want to say don't be negative, because I want you to show your true self. And if you're going through hard times, I want you to show that. But I want you to put a positive spin on it. We are here to boost people's self-esteems. We're here to motivate people. We're here to inspire people. And if we're just putting out negativity, that you're not earning their trust, you're not earning their love, you're just pushing people away. So anything that you're going through, put a positive twist on it. You know, you can always say that you have an amazing group of women to support you when you're going through hard times. So if there is a jerk at work that you don't like, yeah, you can post that you don't like it, but that you have a strong, powerful support system behind you that gets you past that and gets you through the day. So remember that and always be positive. Tell stories that give a solution. Don't just say, oh, yay, I made it into this bathing suit that I haven't been able to wear in 10 years. Or, yeah, I feel amazing, I can finally poop again. Or I'm just trying to make things up off the top of my head. But share, what made you get to that point, and a problem that was actually solved. So if you were able to get into that bathing suit, explain why that bathing suit didn't fit and how you were able to find, the steps you went through to be able to fit into that bathing suit. Because it's super important for you to show where you were before and where you are now, but also the journey that got you there. Because that journey that got you there is exactly what people are looking for. Take advantage of video. So if you've been watching Team Nourish here, anyone that went to Summit, you've noticed we've all been doing live videos. Take advantage of video. Facebook Live, if you're not comfortable with live feeds, record a video, upload it privately to YouTube and post the link, or just post it directly to Facebook or Instagram. You need to do video, because this is going to give people your true personality, and it's going to allow you to connect with others more. It's going to bring out your true emotion, and I'm going to give you a little secret. If you can cry on camera, you'll get so many more reviews, because it's real. That's real emotion. You can't fake that. If you can fake it, don't fake it. Really be real. But you get so much more attention when you can show that emotion and show that it's real. I'm saying real a million times, but it's true. You have to show that. And then the last thing that I have down for Shalene that she spoke about was ask others how you've been able to help them. Regardless if they've purchased anything from you, because honestly, this business is not about money and how much you can sell and Success Club and all of that. It's about how many people you can help and how you can help them. you need to get testimonials from every single person that you work with. So, like in my challenge groups, I'm constantly asking you to post things. That's because I need those testimonials. I haven't taken advantage of using those yet, but Summit's kind of kicked me into gear, and now I'm dedicating 8 hours a day to Beachbody. So I'm going to be using those testimonials regardless. You know, if you don't want me to use you in them, I'm not going to use your name. Since you all are coaches, I'm definitely calling you out, because if you're a coach, you have to be public about it. You can't hide anything. If it's just a regular challenger, I'm going to ask for their permission to tag them in a post or to use a picture or their words. But if they don't give me permission, I'm still going to share the story and just change the name and not post a picture. So that I can show that it's real and that I'm helping people and that I'm not just out to get their money. So, wow, this video is going long. I'm so sorry, but this is like super important stuff. I hope you're taking notes too. So, Gary Vaynerchuk, we call him Gary V for short, he came out after, well, Carl came out and talked, and I think I have the full video of that. I have a full video of Carl at some point that I'm going to post. It's freaking amazing. I love listening to him speak. So, when Gary V came out, he's so real. I love listening to him talk. But the first note I have written here is, your lack of patience will cause you to fail. You must have patience. If I can recommend one personal development book for you right now, or one thing to listen to, is The Compound Effect. Because it talks about doing little things and having patience, allowing yourself to have time to build those little things up to where you reap the benefits, and it's like so huge you can't even believe it. So the biggest thing is, don't get in the way of yourself. You have to be patient, because if you're not patient and you decide that you're just going to act on something instantly, it's going to hurt you in the long run. You have to have patience. You have to know that things are going to work out. When you're trying to connect with people, and I really like this because it's so true, the only thing we are connected by is someone's attention. You must get people's attention. We all want to be the center of attention. And you have to make yourself different. You have to pull yourself away from the norm to get other people's attentions. And going back to what Shalene was talking about, these videos is what's going to help you do that. When Gary got started, and I'm going somewhere with this that's social media related, but when Gary got started, he started with a wine company, and he started in the age when email newsletters weren't necessarily popular, but people were starting to use them. He got on the email newsletter train at the beginning, and anyone that had an email address, anyone that he saw, he was asking for their email, and he was sending out newsletters for their business. You may not have time to do this now, but you can work your way into this. He was at the forefront of Google Ads. He was at the forefront of YouTube. He post so much content that's valuable, and that's what you have to use. You have to utilize these different medias to get your content out there, and you have to provide value so that you earn people's trust, so that then they will look further into you and see what you're all about, and then they'll buy into the Kool-Aid. So I have written down, separate content from business. So your normal reaction is to just throw content galore that's full of Beachbody. And I'm kind of guilty of doing this too, because Beachbody is just my life, and healthy living is my life. So I have to be careful how I word things, and I try not to put Beachbody in there a whole lot, that I'm just talking about a lifestyle that I'm living. But you have to separate your content from your business. You have to provide valuable content that's not, hey, I want you to buy my wraps, or I have buy one get one free. Like, don't do that. Because it's that people are not going to respond to that. They're just going to scroll on through like you're an It Works person or whatever. Sorry, I don't mean to dog It Works. It's not my thing. And some of these things that people, some of these companies that people work for that are weight loss or to get skinny, I don't understand it. It's not about getting skinny, it's about getting healthy. Anyways, into my rant. So, to go on, moving forward, Gary was at the beginning of all of these different things to start his business. So, when people didn't want to get on the bandwagon of Google Ads or YouTube or all of that, he did, and it made his business. So when we talk about the current state of social media is just a slang term for the current state of the internet. Because the internet, social media has always been the internet, but now it's so different with all these apps. So when you are working in the world of social media, you have to respond. You can't just be this person behind the camera who is posting, but you're not connecting with the people who are leaving your comments or who are liking your pictures. You have to respond. Respond to every single person, regardless if you think they're leaving a fake comment or not. Respond to every single person that puts a comment on your pictures. If you have to take a day and go back through and do follow-ups, do that, because I'm going to have to start doing that because I'm horrible about responding. But you have to do that. Reply to every single person for 1 year. And this is Gary's challenge. Reply to every single person for 1 year and see how far your business grows. Snapchat. All of this has to do with Snapchat. So, how many of you were skeptical to get on board with Instagram? I was. I didn't get on Instagram until like the year I started coaching, and that was just to do yoga challenges. I ended up getting on Instagram. If you've ever said, no, I'm not going to get on this bandwagon, think back. Did you end up getting on the bandwagon? More than likely, the answer is going to be yes. So, get on the Snapchat bandwagon. This is going to be the new Facebook. This is going to be the new Instagram. It sounds ridiculous now. Get on freaking Snapchat. I am now on Snapchat, and I've been snapping ever since I heard this. Get on freaking Snapchat. End of story. Moving on. Facebook ads. You need to be doing Facebook ads. If you don't have a business page yet, and you're still trying to figure out this whole coaching thing, don't do a Facebook. Don't do a business page on Facebook yet. Figure this out first and figure out how you want to run your content and everything, and then get into Facebook ads. There's tons of videos that teach you how to run Facebook ads. With these ads, you need to know where the attention is coming from, so that you know who to promote to. Sorry, I was looking at the time, then I got sidetracked. I'm going super long. So, no advertising is free. If you hear me say use Facebook ads and you're like, hell freaking no, I'm not paying for Facebook ads. No advertising is free. Sorry. If you want your business to grow, you have to invest. I invested in this awesome Size Live gear for my business. When I go into interviews, I have to look the part. Yes, interviews. In sports bra, cutoff shirt, and yoga pants. Love it. Love this job. But you have to invest. You have to invest. You have to invest. End of story. Oh, I thought I stopped the camera. Okay, sorry. Instagram influencers. I don't remember what that was about, but I'm going to look it up and get back with you. I'm sure it's probably an app or something like that. put money back into your business. I just said use Snapchat. Yeah, he says Snapchat. It's here. It's now. Get into what the next generation is doing. Periscope, Facebook Live. Everything is video related. So just to go back to the stuff I previously talked about. Work ethic. Last but not least for Gary Vee. Work freaking ethic. You have to put the work into it or you're going to get nothing in return. Nothing happens overnight. Work just 1 or 2 more hours a day and it's going to completely change your business. Just putting that little bit of extra effort into doing what you're doing is going to just make you so much better. Is your work ethic backing up what comes out of your mouth? So, I'm preaching to you all. This video is 25 minutes long at the current moment. If I'm not doing the work to back this video up, you all shouldn't listen to me. So hold me accountable. But that's why I'm making this video. Because I've dedicated myself. I've definitely dedicated myself to doing this business 8 hours a day, if not more. Because I want to make this work. I want the freedom. I want the community. I want the health. I want it all. So I'm going to be putting in the work and I need you all to do it too. Post your phone number. This might scare you. Post it. Post your phone number. If people don't know how to get in contact with you, they're not going to contact you. They may not want the connection. They may not want to contact you on Facebook. They may not want to message you. Leave your freaking phone number. Leave your number. You may get randos texting you. Block their number. But leave it open. Leave an opportunity open for people who want to truly connect with you to call and text you. Because that's gonna mean so much more to that person. Oh, and when you post that and you post your number, tell them that you're going to call, and if you say that you're going to call. You may be shy, call them. If you say you're going to do something, do it. You may be a little behind, but do it. And then, this was Gary's challenge for all of us before he left. He said, go into a retirement home or a volunteer center for 1 day. Go in there for 1 day and have 15 conversations. You will find out that the biggest thing that you'll conversate about is regret. About going through life with regret and not doing the things that you love to do and regretting not doing the work and not pushing forward and giving up on yourself. So I challenge you to do that. If you're struggling with motivation, go into a retirement home and have a conversation with people and see what you get out of it. Because I guarantee you're going to come out of that wanting to work so much harder. So, 30 minutes in, we get to Bonnie Engel and Amy Silverman. And I'm going to be posting some slides on the team page because they had a really nice PowerPoint. Sorry, I don't like what my hair is doing right now. Anyways, but they had slides to kind of go along with these notes, so I'm just going to run through really quick what they kind of talked about. So they talked about picking things that you wanted to get from this job. Why you started with Beachbody. For Bonnie, it was the lifestyle. It was friendships. It was the ability to have freedom. It was to have fun. It was to have solutions to her problems. For Amy Silverman, it was, of course, the lifestyle, to have fun, to not have a boss, to have freedom or to have a life by design, to travel and to lose weight. If you don't know who Bonnie Engel or Amy Silverman are, look them up. They are some of the top coaches they're in the top 10 coaches of the company. Bonnie Engel got there in 2 years. So it's totally doable for any of us. But They talk about how to talk to people, how to find your voice, how to translate into social media the content that you want to get out, how to use yourself to attract your own tribe. So I'm going to post a picture, and it's just a list of questions to ask yourself so that you can figure out who you are and who you're looking for. You have a Beachbody story. You need to share it. We all have a story before Beachbody, and we all have a story after Beachbody. You can already be sharing what it's done for you, whether it's helped you lose weight, helped you have a different mindset, helped you find a community, helped you learn a healthy lifestyle, any of that. They also talked about being a first-rate coach. Don't be a second-rate coach. Don't go to my page and copy what I'm doing. Make it you. Don't go to Christy's page and copy exactly what she's doing. Make it you. You have to be a first-rate coach. You can't be a carbon copy of what other people are doing. Make it about you. Take the time to craft your own posts. What you're putting out there is creating a brand for yourself. You have to create your own brand and what you want people to see. So, work from your lists of questions that you answered to create your posts. Take the opportunity to speak your voice, to kind of dribble in your story a little bit with each post, because that's what's going to make it real for people. Turn down the noise of those that inspire you. So once you've found your own voice,